Oh dear. Hi, lovely. Before I start this beautiful video of Elden Ring content, I want to talk about Rosem Ridgewall. Now I can't show you what's in there because I don't want no one to hack me. But you know, you could look store as much cards you want. You got a billfold clip, which is cool. Carbon fiber technology. Now I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm gonna just throw it out there that you guys should get yourself a Ridgewall. Look how many cards it holds up. So you got your little credit cards, your other cards, and all that stuff. Clip for there, and it's gonna be hard for someone to just grab and steal because it's, and not only that, it's portable. And look, not a fat wallet. It can fit in your pants really well, so it doesn't look like your hog's too big and you're turned on when you have it in your pocket because it's a small wallet. So get yourself what's it, Rosem Ridge Wallet. Or you can get your other Ridge Wallet. It don't matter. They're all kind of the same, made of the same stuff. Okay, get back to Elden Ring. Let's talk about more lore of Elden Ring. And we're going to be talking about the twins. We all know Morgott and Morgott, the older brother of the cursed line of Godfrey's family line. Well, we're going to be talking about the other twin that betrayed the Golden Order. We're going to be talking about the Lord of Blood. The Lord of Blood, Mogh. Now, from item descriptions, it did say his motives were to do these blood sacrifices and have Michaela become a god for the Formless Mother. Because when he was down in the tunnels with Morgott, instead of doing what Morgott did and try to become king or try to become the king's aide, he actually went to serve the Formless Mother. The Formless Mother was against the Golden Order. Of course, this is where the factual stuff stops to end, because now we're going to dig deep into the character of Mogh, or Mohgwyn. We go to Mohgwyn's Plus. Now, Mogh is actually the leader of the Bloody Fingers Covenant. And when you join the Covenant, you know, you pretty much become an asshole because you're bloodthirsty, because the Formless Mother needs blood to actually use for her power, which, you know, explains a lot of stuff. Now, what Mogh did, instead of serving the Golden Order, he went on a sinister path. He went on a war path. Just like Praetor Rykard, Mogh is a twisted a very twisted individual. His goals are twisted. He's actually married Michaela, and Michaela is eternally a child, which I'm not going to get into that. That's just, yeah. Mogh, please have a seat. But anyways, he killed Mogh killed Michaela and stuffed him in the egg and resurrected him in that egg. Because, well, understandably, Michaela didn't want to go with him. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think I would want to go, if I was a child, I don't think I would want to go with a scary 50-year-old goat man at all. Understandably so, I'd probably be like, yeah, no, this ain't happening, bud. This is not happening. But no, in all seriousness, his motives were very twisted. After killing Michaela and resurrecting him into that egg, you know, he also is trying to create his dynasty, and his dynasty is supposed to trample over everything the Golden Order stood for, because of his hatred toward the Golden Order, because he had hard feelings, because him and Morgott grew up in the underground, of course, because they're out of mind, out of sight. But yeah, Mogh became a very twisted individual. Very, very twisted. You know, by the time that Milena went to go fight Radon and claim his great rune and this open cinematic, Mogh went and stole Michaela. And like I said, Michaela didn't want to go with him, so he had killed him, which is very funny that you killed your spouse. But I think he only wanted to marry Mikola really, just to get him to become a god, to serve the Formless Mother. So we still have not know who the Formless Mother is, or if she's just called that because she has no physical form, or she either doesn't have like a physical form, or she just, I don't know, or it's just a title. And this is a Souls game. Remember, titles are titles. Like Nito, the first of the dead, he wasn't really the first to die. It was just a title, like the chieftain or something like that. You know, but the Formless Mother has another actual name. It's called the Mother of Truth, and this is from item descriptions. And when you see Mogh use his attack with the trident and stabs the air, it's not the air, it's the Formless Mother herself. And when he uses her blood, it can take control of you and pretty much cause you extreme bleed damage, which is a very powerful enemy as it is. And he can use blood in every certain way. He can turn to fire. Let's put it this way, anything Lady Maria could do in Bloodborne, this man could do it God key level. Like, Lady Maria can't touch this dude when it comes to blood users. This dude, that's why they call him the Lord of Blood. That's why they really call him that. Now, the Morgott shackles do work against him, just like Morgott, because Morgott and Mogh and Mogwin are twins. Just different paths that draw them there. As for like Morgott, he just wants you to quit trying to become Elden Lord, because he didn't want you to see, his true self for whatever reason. This is not an ambition. When he does see us, he tries to fight us. Welcomes us to see his dynasty, but only to kill us soon, because, well, Mogh's a very twisted individual. He did a lot of blood sacrifices to people to get to where he has the power he has. And you do see him when you go try to find the when you try to go to the frenzy flame. You do see his shadow, just like how Morgott was Morgott's shadow. When we fought Morgott, it didn't count that we beat him, because that was just his shadow. Well, Mogh could do the same thing. It makes sense. They're twin brothers after all. Well, before you get to the Bloody Palace and all that stuff, you could actually go. You really could see the Frenzy Flame, but that's only if you defeat Morgott in battle, of course. Otherwise, that door does not actually go through it. But you see Morgott, you see Mogh inside of a church doing some bloody ritual stuff with the same attacks he uses, where he's stabbing the Formless Mother to draw blood out. His deity, which I would have to assume the Formless Mother actually, has a limited amount of blood that she can use to, and this guy just channels it because he's like the greatest. He's like the Pope of the Church of the Formless Mother. If that makes sense. It explains the black robes, because these people are just as twisted as the Frenzy Flame, and just like the people that serve Praetor Volcano Manor, Praetor Riker's Volcano Manor. This man has done a lot. He's even used Albanax and stuff like that, and even infected some of the creatures of this of his palace with infected blood. Well, that's why you see the crow looking all messed up and stuff like that. This dude is so twisted and maniacal. It's really unreal. It is very unreal. But it goes back to a little bit, because this guy, well, unlike his brother, which his brother was the more honorable one, Morgott, he got tired of the Golden Order. He hated the Gold Order. His hatred of the Gold Order actually drove him into what he is today. A very twisted individual that, ends up marrying a kid, forever a kid, to make him into a deity. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. But you gotta remember too that this game was also have some of George R. R. Martin's writing into this, so there's a little bit more twisted stuff than like the normal Souls twistedness. This is like on crank 11. This is where I miss the Lothric twins, and that's saying a lot. But no, in all seriousness, But that's I don't have no item description videos, but you can actually go look up the item descriptions to find out more about Mogh. Or you could join the Bloody Fingers Covenant, and there's actually two ways to get to it. You could go through it by getting the second Hoist Medallion by defeating Commander Nail, and go the other way instead of the Hallett Tree way, which takes longer and a lot harder. Or you could do the easy way by joining the Bloody Fingers, invade 3 times, win or lose. You could even lose 3 times. You could be trash in the Bloody Fingers Covenant, and you get an audience to see Mogh. So you still have to go run to this boss room, of course, but you get to have the audience to go see him if you join the Blood Fingers. So you can even fight him really early. You can actually fight him right after you beat Godric if you want to, which I wouldn't recommend it because he's a very hard boss. I mean, unless you got bleed resistance stuff on, he's but he's a very interesting character to be the thing. He looks cool. The problem is he's just as twisted as Praetor Rykard at this point. I mean, he's gone too far, as you see the condition that Miquella's in. You know, when we see him, he just stuck there the rest of it, I guess, until eternity, or unless he grows up somehow, or somehow everything just comes to an end after the Rune of Death ending. I don't know. But, yeah, but I think that's the thing. I mean, I haven't read any of the item description. Trident Mogh, a sacred spear that will come to symbolize his dynasty, as well as serving as a weapon. It is an instrument of the communion with the outer god who bestows power on a cursed blood. The mother of truth's desired wounds. Mogh's robe, Lord of Blood, embroidered with the extravagant gold emblem on the black cloth. This the dress of luminary and reigning lord of the hierarchy and coming dynasty of Mogwyn, or perhaps the raving of a lunatic. Which, if you talk to Gideon, he does think he's a crazy lunatic who's extremely delusional. So that's up to debate if he's delusional or is everything with the formless mother true. And may the crystal be with you.